Picture, if you will, a breathtaking landscape that was once the combined territories of Gorgrond and Frostfire Ridge. These two majestic regions merged together when Draenor, the very world they called home, shattered into countless pieces. But let us rewind to a time before this cataclysmic event, when Frostfire Ridge stood proud and mighty. Its landscape was adorned with iconic stone spikes, each one a testament to the raw beauty of the land. Among these natural wonders, a peak named Blade's Edge Mountain reached towards the heavens, its grandeur unmatched. It was here, in this awe-inspiring setting, that the ogres made their ancestral home, originating as a weaker subspecies of the Graan, Draenor's last remaining giants. The ogres were a formidable race, yet despite their strength, they were ruled over by the Graan with an iron fist. Little love was shown to these children of the Graan, as they were kept under strict control. Meanwhile, Frostfire Ridge was also home to the Thunderlord clan, a fierce group of orcs who thrived in this harsh environment. But what truly added an air of mystery and intrigue to the region was the presence of a mysterious Arakoan civilization known as Apexis, which at some point both regions were inhabited by. Their ancient secrets and enigmatic ways fascinated all who encountered them. Even to this day, remnants of the Grishna, Lashen, Ruanuk, and Veknir, Arakoa, can still be found in the Blade's Edge Mountains. These ancient beings, guardians of their civilization's past, keep their secrets alive, waiting for those brave enough to uncover them. In a world filled with turmoil and conflict, two races stood at odds with each other, the orcs and the ogres. Both powerful and formidable in their own right, shared a tumultuous past that spanned across the ages. While the exact nature of their connection is a subject of debate, one thing is certain: their history is filled with bloodshed and animosity. Long before the orcs were corrupted by the malevolent influence of the Burning Legion, they were already enemies of the ogres. The orcs, driven by a relentless thirst for power and conquest, ruthlessly invaded ogre territory. They enslaved and killed the ogres as they advanced, their actions fueled by the demonic corruption that had taken hold of their souls. This brutal war, marked by an unimaginable cruelty, lasted for what seemed like an eternity. In the end, the ogres were left broken and defeated. Many were forced into exile, while others were enslaved for dark and twisted experiments. It was during this time that the Horde, under the guidance of the cunning warlock Gul'dan, recognized the untapped potential of the ogres. They sought to harness their immense strength in their war against the Draenei, a noble and peaceful race. Through Gul'dan's dark experiments, the ogre mages were born. These powerful beings possessed a unique blend of raw strength and arcane energy, making them formidable adversaries on the battlefield. Some ogre clans, seeking refuge from the relentless onslaught of the orcs, passed through the Dark Portal to the Eastern Kingdoms before the First War. However, their relationship with the humans was far from harmonious, as tensions ran high between the two races. To this day, the scars of the past still linger. Most ogres harbor a deep-seated hatred for orcs, their memories of the wars they fought against each other etched into their very souls. However, it is important to note that there were instances of ogres and orcs forming unlikely alliances. Some ogres, oppressed by the Graan, the mighty rulers of their kind, joined forces with Blackhand and his horde to rebel against their oppressors. The alliance provided the ogres with much-needed sustenance and weapons, while the orcs gained powerful allies in their quest for dominance. During the orcs' descent into demonic frenzy, as they ravaged Draenor and left a trail of destruction in their wake, the ogres were perhaps the only race they considered true allies. The ogres, with their immense size and brute strength, served as walking siege engines for the orcs as they pillaged and conquered. Together, they formed an unstoppable force, leaving nothing but devastation in their path. In the midst of this chaos, there were even instances of interbreeding between ogres and orcs. The offspring of these unions, known as Mucknathal, possessed a unique blend of intelligence and savagery. They were revered by shamanistic orcs as noble creatures of the land, embodying the best qualities of both races. One of the most renowned Mucknathal, Rexar, willingly joined the ranks of the Old Horde, becoming a legendary figure in their history. Even today, in a small village nestled in the Blade's Edge Mountains, you can still find other Mucknathal, a testament to the enduring legacy of their mixed heritage. And so, the tale of the orcs and the ogres, filled with strife and conflict, continues to unfold. Their shared history is a reminder of the complexities of alliances and the enduring power of hatred. After the First War, the ogres were brought through the Dark Portal to serve as enforcers and soldiers for the Horde. However, these powerful beings eventually broke free and went their separate ways, establishing their own clans in both the Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor. Some of these clans even joined forces with the new Horde. But the ogre story doesn't end there. Enter Deathwing, the fearsome dragon who discovered the existence of the Dark Portal and the world beyond it. With no dragons in Draenor, Deathwing saw an opportunity to assert his dominance. He made a pact with Terran Gorefiend, offering the Horde the aid of his black dragons in exchange for safe passage to Draenor. The orcs, now riding upon the backs of black dragons, embarked on a mission to retrieve 4 artifacts for Gruul, their leader. Deathwing hid his eggs all over Draenor, but his presence was met with hostility from Gruul, the Graan and ogre leader. Gruul and his forces attacked the dragons and their eggs, provoking Deathwing's wrath. In the midst of this chaos, the Alliance expedition seeking the Skull of Gul'dan crossed paths with Deathwing. A fierce battle ensued, resulting in Deathwing's defeat and retreat back to Azeroth. Meanwhile, the Bladespire clan and Gruul's forces continued their assault on the dragons, impaling them on jagged spires. Gruul earned the infamous title of the Dragon Killer. The remaining eggs, affected by the Nether energies, hatched into the Netherwing Dragonflight. The Alliance expedition, on their quest to retrieve the Book of Medivh, encountered Mogor and his Laughing Skull clan. In a shocking turn of events, the clan cunningly swiped the book from Gruul, simultaneously betraying their former leader. To make matters even more intriguing, Mogor, the clan's chieftain, possessed the ability to command a group of fearsome Death Knights. It is believed that his power stemmed from his possession of the stolen book. The Book of Medivh held crucial knowledge that Gruul needed to unlock numerous portals throughout Draenor. Determined to regain control and eliminate Mogor, Gruul dispatched his forces to eliminate the chieftain and subdue the Death Knights. However, fate had other plans in store. Instead of achieving their objective, Gruul's forces were met with defeat as the Death Knights were obliterated, and Mogor managed to slip away. Mogor made a truce with the Alliance expedition, offering them the book in exchange for dominance in the Blade's Edge Mountains. With the combined forces of Khadgar, Illyria, Turalyon, and their warriors, the Laughing Skull clan and the Alliance expedition defeated the Bone Chewer clan and attacked the Thunderlord clan. They gained control of the region and secured the passes across Blade's Edge Mountains. Eventually, Khadgar used the book and the Skull of Gul'dan to close the Dark Portal, just before Draenor's destruction caused Frostfire Ridge to crash into Gorgrond, forming the modern-day Blade's Edge Mountains. In Blade's Edge Mountains, a fierce battle raged between the ogres. Divided into the Bladespire clan and the Bloodmaw clan, these powerful beings fought relentlessly for control. As fate would have it, the player found themselves aligned with the Bloodmaw, aiding the wise Mog Dorg through a series of quests. These quests would eventually lead the player to the enigmatic Ogrela, a group of ogres who had gained intelligence through the influence of Apexis crystals. It was a remarkable transformation, perhaps a revival of the once intelligent ogres of Draenor. Amidst this turmoil, Deathwing's lieutenant Sibelian took on the guise of Baron Sablemane, a human. Alongside Rexxar, who had returned to the Blade's Edge Mountains to protect the remaining Muck-Nathal, and Mog Dorg the Wizened. Sibelian offered quests to vanquish Gruul's sons. This courageous act ultimately broke the Gronn's control over the ogre clans, freeing them from their oppressive rule. Gruul himself stood as a formidable raid boss, a testament to the power that once held sway over the land. But the struggles did not end there. A group known as the Worm Cult emerged, comprised of humans, orcs, Broken, and Draenei who worshipped the remaining black dragons. Led by the fearsome Maxinar the Ashmaw, a Draconoid, they posed a new threat to the Blade's Edge Mountains. The player, aligned with the Cenarian expedition settled in Evergrove, embarked on a quest to eliminate this hostile force, ensuring the safety of the land. Yet even as these battles raged on, the Burning Legion loomed large, a constant threat to the fragile peace. Illidan Stormrage, Kael'thas Sunstrider, and Lady Vash had seized the Black Temple, shutting down Magtheridon's dimensional gateways. It is revealed that one of these gateways resided in the Blade's Edge Mountains, and the Burning Legion sought to reactivate it. Baelmon the Houndmaster, a servant of the Legion, used this gateway to summon Wrathhound reinforcements. The player, ever vigilant, aided the Cenarian expedition in putting an end to this demonic threat. In the far north, at Bashir Landing, a group of ethereals engaged in illicit activities, smuggling mana cells for the Blood Elves under Kael'thas' rule. These ethereals operated from the Blood Elf-controlled dimensional ship Mechanar. The mana cells were then delivered to the Magister's Terrace, where Kael'thas planned to harness their power to summon his new master Kil'jaeden in the Sunwell. As for Mogor, he had moved on from the Blade's Edge Mountains, leading a group of Wormaul ogres at the Laughing Skull ruins into Grand, The player faced Mogor as the final boss in the Ring of Blood, putting an end to his reign. The fate of the Laughing Skull clan remained unknown, their legacy shrouded in mystery. After years dwelling in the Blade's Edge Mountains, the Black Dragons, under the leadership of Sibelian, made their triumphant return to Azeroth. According to Asoria, they harnessed the very essence of the land, shaping the towering peaks to their desires. The power and mastery displayed by these majestic creatures is truly awe-inspiring. Now within Gruul's lair, you have Gruul himself, and then you have High King Mulgar. As mentioned before, Gruul is seen as a deity to the ogres and they worship him as such. But we haven't mentioned High King Mulgar. Mulgar was born to the Bloodspire clan, which was once seen as the weaker ogre clans, lacking the numbers of the Blood Maul or the physical strength of the Boulder Fist. But that changed with Mulgar's birth. He was stronger and hardier than any other ogre of his age, and his combat abilities grew swiftly, which got the attention of the previous king. The king demanded a demonstration of his abilities, and Mulgar was more than happy to grant it, snapping the king's neck where he stood. This action drew the attention of the mighty Gruul himself. Fanatically loyal to the Gorgrond, Mulgar now serves as Gruul's right hand and the guardian of Gruul's lair. He only surrounds himself with the most powerful in his clan and leads these elite few into battle. With the elite ogres by his side on top of his already impressive skills, Mulgar has become the most dangerous ogre in all of Outland. So really quickly, I did want to touch on something that was confusing while I was looking into this. In the beginning, when it's mentioning Blade's Edge Mountain and mountains, before Blade's Edge Mountains even becomes a thing, in the wiki they're referring to it as mountains, even though there's nothing on the map that says Blade's Edge Mountains in either Gorgrond or Frostfire Ridge. I'm not sure if it's just that one giant mountain in the middle that's Blade's Edge Mountain, and they just kind of added mountains as the smaller ones around it, or what, but that's what the wiki said, that's what I went with. If you know, let me know in the comments. If I missed anything or you want more clarification on some stuff, let me know in the comments and I can see what I can do, whether it be making a separate video or just responding in the comments. Either way, there's quite a few things I did want to come back to and make its own video, like Apexis, the Beyond the Dark Portal storyline, what happened there. There's a lot that kind of happened that this is just kind of getting snippets of, and yeah, I'm hoping that it wasn't too hard to follow. So there's plenty of other videos I definitely want to do, whether it's talking about the various clans of the orcs, the ogres, everything, the main characters. So either way, hopefully you enjoyed. And if you made it this far, consider subscribing, liking, all that YouTube stuff. And with all that said, I'll see you in the next one. Do take care of yourself. And don't be too hard on yourself. You're doing great.